Now that the Joker has been out in theaters for a bit and has been breaking some box office records of its own, fans have finally been able to make up their minds about this divisive movie. What no one will deny, however, is just how incredible Joaquin Phoenix is in the title role. But one pivotal moment in the film is not at all what you'd expect, and it might just make you rush to the theater to watch the film all over again. Few movies that don't have the word Avengers in the title have made quite as big of a splash in the box office as Todd Phillips' Joker. Before it was even released in theaters, it had garnered a whole lot of press and stirred up a whole whack of controversy that had critics and moviegoers alike talking up a storm. Whether or not you're a fan of the movie itself, it's pretty impossible to deny that Joaquin Phoenix is giving a performance like no other. And that is coming from an actor who has pretty much only ever delivered incredible performances for his entire career. His total commitment, vulnerability, and fearlessness is what makes him one of the most fascinating actors out there, and he brought it all to Joker, and then some. While there are a lot of great actors out there, it's actually pretty hard to find ones who are able to improvise with total abandon like Phoenix. And it is this ability that led to one of the most iconic scenes from Joker. Oh, and we should say, if you haven't seen the movie, there are spoilers ahead. One of the most critical scenes in the movie is Joker's run-in with a group of Wall Street guys in the subway, after being tormented and taunted by their rendition of Send in the Clowns, proving that you can be a finance bro and a big Stephen Sondheim fan all at the same time. Arthur Fleck snaps, shooting two of them and ending up in a chase with the third. This incident can really be seen as Fleck's transformation into Joker, and the catalyst that sparks all of the other events in the movie, and it's directly after this huge moment that Joaquin improvised a truly iconic scene. After his chase, Arthur runs into a dingy bathroom in order to get his bearings. Originally, the script had him bursting into a stall and throwing up before frantically hiding his weapon. He then went to the sink and washed off his clown makeup, all the while talking to himself in the mirror. It's a scene that we've seen many versions of before, and one that just didn't feel right with Todd Phillips and Joaquin on set. According to Phillips, the two arrived to shoot that scene, but they just couldn't wrap their minds around Arthur behaving like that after everything. So they talked for a while about what to do, and when they still couldn't think of a good solution, Phillips had an idea. He decided to play a piece of music for Joaquin by the film's composer, Hildur Gudnadóttir? We'll let her say her name.
My name is Hildur Gudnadóttir.
She'd been sending Phillips music for the film as she was creating it, and he thought it might be helpful for Joaquin to hear what the score of the scene was going to be. So the two men sat alone in the bathroom set as the rest of the film's crew waited on standby outside the door. As soon as Joaquin heard the composition, he began to dance to it. For whatever reason, something in the music stirred up that reaction in Joaquin, or rather in Arthur. Both he and Phillips knew right away that that was how the scene was going to be. Phillips said the choice to have Arthur dance alone in the bathroom in that moment was completely natural and made total sense with the interpretation of the character that he and Joaquin had first discussed when they originally sat down to discuss the Joker. Phillips said that Arthur is someone who has music inside of him, in the way that some people just implicitly do. And so, they got up, let the crew back into the room, and simply followed Phoenix as he improvised Arthur's moment. It is one of those things that only an actor like Joaquin Phoenix could have brought to the scene, and it really does change the scope of the movie entirely. But even though this moment of spontaneous movement wasn't in the script, Joker was always going to have a couple of dance breaks in it. In fact, dancing was a big part of the way Phillips saw the character, and he had always planned to include a few key dance sequences. That aspect of him appears a number of times throughout the film. When Arthur is alone, or finally able to express everything going on inside of him, Phillips said that because the music is so trapped in Arthur for the whole first part of the movie, the incident on the train when he finally frees Joker and lets go of Arthur Fleck was the natural jumping off point for the dancing to start. And from then on, each moment where Arthur dances is at a very specific and pivotal time in the movie. He dances when he is happy, and also as he becomes a more and more menacing figure in society. While this moment was totally improvised by Phoenix, the same can't be said for the other big dance sequence, the now infamous dance down the stairs. For that, Phoenix worked with choreographer Michael Arnold in order to create some of the moves. He also turned to YouTube and began watching videos of people dancing and performing all kind of movement. Phoenix also said that he was particularly inspired by videos that Michael Arnold showed him by Ray Bolger, a dancer from back in the golden age of Hollywood. Even more specifically, it was Bolger's performance in The Old Soft Shoe, and his kind of laid-back arrogance that came through in his dancing. He combined his own exploration of the character with a little bit of Bolger in order to perfect the style of Arthur Fleck's dancing. That combination of serious dedication and totally wild abandon is what makes Joaquin Joaquin Phoenix endlessly exciting to watch, and there's no doubt that Joker would not have been the same without him. What did you think of the dance sequences in Joker? Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you next time.